Hello everyone and welcome back to a professional match of StarCraft 2. Rather than a conventional 1 versus 1, what I've got for you is a 2 versus 2. This particular match was played during a recent Olimo League Invitational. And I mean, I love casting 1 versus 1, but it's been a lot of fun to see the variety of events that they have been producing recently. So apparently there's already a probe moving out. I don't know if this is going to be a scouting worker or exactly what we've got here. But we're on a map called Heavy Artillery. Now, I've played a fair share of 2v2 myself as well, and if I recall correctly, I really did not like this map whatsoever. So, yeah, I'll show you around in just a second. I want to see what this probe does, but I guess it's just here to block, like, expansions or something? I think it's just here to block the... Yep, to block the Zerg from... Oh! There's 2 naturals! Yeah, I mean, you can get juked so easily. See, already, this is something that doesn't make any sense. This really early probe scout to try and block an expo. Makes sense in 1v1, but he just went to the other base instead. And obviously, you know, if you were on LAN, maybe you could still block it regardless. But I think with any kind of server ping, he's blocking the gas right now. With any kind of server ping, it's always going to be a little bit different. Anyways, before I blabber onwards, let's start this game off by introducing the players. So spawning here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the players that play with like the blue/teal/like cyan colors. First off, we have the blue Terran player. He goes by the name of Maru. The Maru, of course, widely considered to be the best Terran player of all time. For good reason. This man has won a lot of stuff. And his ally, a 2-times world champion of StarCraft 2, the only player to ever won the world, or to ever win, rather, the World Championship Series twice. Playing with the teal Protoss probes, we're looking at SOS's main nexus. Now, the reason why I really hammer home these 2 players' accomplishments is because it almost feels like a bit of a mismatch, okay? And I don't mean any disrespect right here at all. But, like, the thing is, first off, okay, so playing with the orange Protoss probes, we have Prince, and then his ally, he goes by the name of DRGLing. Now, Prince is real good at the game, okay? Prince is currently the rank 29 over in South Korea. So Prince, definitely don't underestimate him. However, as far as DRGLing goes, so this is an invitational tournament, I honestly hadn't heard of his name in quite some time. So if you look at his Wikipedia page, so by the way, this is not DRG, this is DRGLing. So his name is like a homage to DRG. Apparently he's a big fan of Dongregu. Anyways, I didn't even know that DRGLing still played the game. And if you look at his Wikipedia page, it's a little bit conflicting. So first off, it says that he's currently actively playing the game. And obviously, if you look at this, you know, match, it would show that he's currently playing the game. However, if you then look at his, like, most recent logged tournament games, those are from March 2021. So it's been quite some time. And then it also says on his Wikipedia page, right next to where it says that he's active in the game, it also says that he is currently doing his military service. But he's playing in his game, and it was played recently. I don't know, man. Maybe this was played on, like, a day off. Either way, if I were a betting man, I'm pretty sure I would go with the blue team right here. Just because, you know, individually, at the very least, they're both fantastic at playing 1 versus 1. I'm not sure, though. 2v2 is a very different game. Obviously, there's unit compositions that you can make work in 2v2 that just simply don't exist in 1 versus 1, so I definitely don't count these red players out. But, yeah, in general, I do think that the players in blue are probably going to be a little bit more favored. The reason, by the way, why I ended up selecting this particular game, I recently casted an entire best of 5 series of 2 versus 2, not that long ago. In case you haven't seen that one yet, I'll go ahead and post a link to it down below. That was Maru and SOS going up against MaxPax and Sol, if I'm not mistaken. The reason why I selected this one is because it's from the same replay pack. However, this is like the biggest game. So like the game with the biggest file size, which usually means we're in for a treat. But once again, I don't know, man. Maybe this video will not even make it to the YouTube channel and I'm just talking to myself in a room, which is literally what I'm doing. Anyways, so Prince is opening up with a heavy Phoenix approach. Phoenixes and Zerglings, I mean, it makes sense. I guess Marines are going to be pretty good, but, like, Phoenixes obviously can pick up the heavy hitters, and Zerglings, especially with upgrades, are going to be pretty good at everything else. Fast reaction time right there by DRGLing, so, you know, this is a good indication. Phoenix is trying to get some work done. This time around, SOS, rather than opening up with Phoenixes of his own, which he ended up doing in that other series of 2v2, he decided to go for a Blink Stalker approach. So Blink Stalker Marine, also pretty good. He did go for a quick Oracle, so there is a Stargate out right now for SOS. Yeah, so the reason why I don't really like this map is because of... I haven't played a ton of games on it, okay? But a couple dozen. There's this, like, weird layout, right? So first off, there's a shared in-base expo. So you always get this argument with your ally, like, who gets to grab that one. Normally, I guess it's the non-Zerg player. But for Terran and Protoss, apparently, this time around, it was SOS that ended up... getting the base. But then there's this like mineral field that you can like mine out, and the same over on the other side of the map that leads towards a path at the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock that has a golden base on it. But then there's super tight choke points over there, and this like, I don't know, it's a weird section. Anyways, Stimpack is done, Blink is done as well. There's a lot of Phoenixes available, but these Banelings are gonna have to connect. Without good Baneling connections, I've got a feeling Maru will just walk over everything here. Yeah. You can have creepy, you can have Banelings, but without speed, there's no way that Maru is gonna lose his Marines. I mean, he can, technically, but... He doesn't have any medeffects here, though, right? So this is a very expensive stim that he does every time. Okay, Nexus is gone. I've got a feeling these Marines are not destined to come home, man. But he's just making the best of it, I suppose. Alright, well, he killed a Nexus, so it's... Yeah, was that a worthwhile trade? I'm not even entirely sure. That was a lot of units going down there. I mean, a lot of Zerglings were killed too and a bunch of probes, so... Probably not the end of the world here for Team Red, but... Not great. Not great, I suppose. Anyway, so, like, if you mine out these mineral patches, right? So, obviously the map is mirrored. You get, like, this little path that leads down. A super tight path to, like... A base that technically should be good, but it almost feels like this should be like 2 high-yield gases and like 12 golden mineral patches, because at least in my experience, that base is super hard to hold. It does seem to me, though, that Prince has played this this map before, because he is expanding right here towards the right side, which is, yeah, pretty good. Look how far away this is from his main, though. So he took that one as his in-base expo, and then he has to go all the way around to grab that base. By the way, in co-op, if you have your ally putting creep in your base, you can still build on top of it as a Protoss player. However, the reason I'm pretty sure why DRGLing is not spreading creep right here around the main base is because in 2v2, you cannot actually build on your ally's creep. So, yeah, you gotta be very careful. I've been... ambitiously spreading creep before in the past in 2 versus 2 and 3v3 and 4v4, only to then block my own allies. I felt real good about myself spreading the creep, and then I realized, wait a second, I'm actually not helping out anyone. This is fantastic harassment, though, here by Prince. I don't really know exactly... Oh, I guess I can show you on this screen. Yeah, quite a few workers actually were killed right there. SOS lost 13 probes in total, and honestly, when you look at the supply counts right now... Okay, well... Until all these Phoenixes fell. But even right now, SOS is not really looking that hot when it comes to the amount of resources available. Scans are going down right now. They reveal that apparently, okay, the fleet beacon is done and he's going to be going for the Speedy Boy upgrade. Carriers are already being produced as well, though, for SOS, who's apparently going straight from Blink Stalker and an Oracle into carriers. There's something ironic about a 2-base Protoss player in 2 versus 2 going carriers, okay? You know, I've played enough team games to know that there... Like, if you play 4v4, there's always gonna be that one guy in the corner of the map that will be massing Void Razor carriers, okay? I'm pretty sure that's a given. Unless you play with a bunch of friends, then probably one of your friends actually is gonna be that guy, but most of the time, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be at least one of those dudes. Yep, so both players, or both both teams, I guess. I autopilot sometimes when I cast StarCraft, just because I casted a lot of games. Anyways, both teams apparently are ignoring the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock so far. Maru trying to force Prince right here to take an engagement right here with these Phoenixes, but so far not really happening. Although he's been sprinkling Widow Mines around the map, they've been getting a bunch of kills. Alright, I was a little bit concerned that it was going to be a super one-sided game, but so far this looks very even, if not an advantage right here for Prince and DRGLing. Maru is just such a scary guy, though. So he's already at 160 supply, pretty much. Happily expending. Like, I remember casting free-for-alls as well some time ago. On that, like, special map. This was, like... I think it was, like, early 2020. It's actually been some time. Although 2020, it kind of... Crazy year in general, right? Anyways, I remember Maru being really good Like, not just at 1 versus 1, which is, you know, unsurprisingly, but he's also really good at, like, just thinking on the fly and doing other things than what he normally does. Like, for example, I personally kind of suck at playing team games. I'm also no good in free-for-alls. I'm pretty decent in 1v1, but the reason why I'm pretty decent in 1v1 is because I've played a lot. I'm not very good at, like, thinking on the fly. Maybe Maru plays a lot of 2v2s and, like, free-for-alls when he's, like, I don't know. After a long day of playing video games all day, he relaxes by playing video games. I don't know. Maybe he does play a lot of 2v2s and just other game modes too, but I do know that Maru always seems to be shining in these kind of setups as well. She's really good at StarCraft, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Anyways. Carriers and mama ships. Not bad. Ghosts are coming up. Tempests are being built on both sides of the map right now as well. So we have Mass Phoenix into Tempest as well. We're already at 6 Tempests. Honestly, 6 Tempests is pretty sick. Tempests have so much range. I guess Zerg can also easily provide vision in a lot of different ways. Okay, massive Zergling run by right now. Literally a run by, dude! They just ran over there and did nothing. Okay, I felt like they could have killed a little bit more than what they are doing. I mean, they still bruised a lot of SCVs, but... at the same time, lurkers are moving forward. There's a couple of ghosts available, but really not that much. Honestly, these lurkers are so dangerous. If you can, like, unburrow them and move them in range of the planet, although I guess the Tempest can also just finish off the planetary fortress, that's gonna be Maru down a base. In the meantime, Prince and DRGLing are happily expanding towards the bottom right as well. So they've taken, like, an entire vertical line on this map right now. Oh, yeah, nope. There's too much there, SOS. Okay, here we go. Lurkers move forward. And this is, I'm pretty sure, a dead base. At the same time, oh my god, Maru just loaded all of his units into a bunch of medevacs, and they're heading on over, I guess, towards the main base. There's a few spore crawlers waiting there. Also, some parasitic bombs available here for the Zerg player. There we go. Immediately, they're thrown onto the medevacs. But this is now a huge drop, and there doesn't seem to be that much available at home. Protoss did recall towards the main base. Colossi, obviously, are going to be very good. Lurker Den also seems vulnerable, and it does get picked off together with the Hive. And that means that now all of a sudden our Zerg player in red is going to be knocked back to the Stone Age. So many units end up going down though. Tempest, ooh, they could probably try and target fire some of this down. The Phoenix is also trying to chase down the bruised up medevacs. They're going to be able to kill the majority of them, but a couple of the Phoenixes will also go down as obviously those units pop out of the dropships. Alright. Wait, did the planetary just live? Wait. I'm gonna back off. There's so much action going on here. How? What? Why? So, the lurkers move in position. Maru goes in right now. How did that base ever live? I guess I guess SOS came here with the rest of his units. Yeah, when this army got recalled, like, these lurkers are actually not close enough to the planetary. They need to be a little bit closer. A lot of them are not really firing here. So he recalls a bunch of this. And I guess this Skytle's army. Although DRGLing, by the way, did kill another Nexus over here as well, it looks like. Unless it's... No. I thought for a second maybe it was like a new planetary fortress that got built here. Yeah, the mothership right here provides the cloaking on the planetary. Obviously! How did I not consider a cloaked planetary fortress? Duh, Lowko. Yep. Those kind of spells, and auras, I guess, do benefit your ally as well. Cloaked planetary fortress. OP confirmed. Okay. So he's going for a new lair. He does still have Vipers. He does still have the Lurkers. Yeah, he can just make a new Lurker den and go for a new Hive. Not that hard. He's also being very annoying right here with the Zerglings, which is awesome. Maru, by the way, getting himself a tactical nuke. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like tactical nukes. That's pretty cool. It's so weird seeing command centers with a cloaked skin on them. I've seen that a handful of times in all my years of StarCraft. Look at all those cloaked Marines. That's so sick. Alright, well, there's two mama... Oh my god, cloaked lurkers! Cloaking all the things, man! Cloaked lurkers actually sounds really redundant because they're already... Anyways, doesn't matter. Do you need two sorts of detection now? You don't, by the way. One sort of detection is enough. But, it would be funny if you needed, like, two observers now to see. Whoa. What the hell was that, man? Whoa, he's killing his carrier. Wait, whoa. Not his carriers, his colossi, sorry. He just killed both of the colossi. I guess he really wants to... Yeah, he really wants to make more carriers. Okay. Look at the economy, by the way, man. Like, Prince has been expanding everywhere. This man is rich. This is the billionaire equivalent right here of a StarCraft player. How many Stargates does he have? Oh my god, that's a lot of stuff. Only 5. See, I'm still looking at the wrong player. I guess I should actually... No, I can't even flip it. Never mind. I thought I could flip it. Matter of fact, drop right now comes up. Maru is going to find out that these Protoss players... Or... Is he going to find out? Yeah, Maru has been taking control of the top section of the map, but I don't think they know that all of these bases have been acquired. Alright. Got a feeling these medevacs are also not going to be able to roam very easily anymore, though. Oh my god. Overkill right there on those medevacs. This is a ghost with a mission, I'm pretty sure, though. Where are you going, Mr. Ghost? Stop teasing me, man. I want to see it fly. Come on, dude. There it is. Another tactical nuke immediately starts researching over here. Probes are pulled, though, and Prince is paying attention. At the same time, once again, that planetary fortress in the middle of the map is in trouble, and this time around it will go down. Tactical nuke also lands, but it doesn't really matter all too much. Nice game so far. This seems to be very even. Look at this. Prince now even grabbing the 6 o'clock base, which I'm pretty sure is supposed to be... Yeah, not his. Unless I've been playing this map wrong all this time. Oh my god, cloaked vipers. Uh-oh. I like 2v2, man. By the way, I'll go ahead and post a link to the Olimo League Patreon page down below. I highly recommend you go check it out if you want to support Korean StarCraft. So for a while, I talked about this, but basically they were thinking about stopping the Olimo League altogether because they basically didn't have enough signups for a while. And then they decided to like change the format up from like a standard StarCraft tournament to like, look at these 2 Vipers pretending to be part of the Skytools army. Honestly, Skytools together with Vipers seems terrifying. Anyways, they changed the format up to be like a lot more creative. So I love the idea of 2v2s and King of the Hills and like all the formats that they've got in mind right now. I'm really glad they decided to stick around. So I'll go ahead and post a link to their Patreon page, which is how they organize these tournaments down below. There's the Mama ship. Abduction into Tempest, picking it off. Sure. Vikings right now also coming up right here for Maru. But he can't really engage this very easily with his bio army because there's so many lurkers underneath. Still, though, it seems to me that Prince is losing all of his valuable units. Even though there's really not that many Vikings available, they've been putting in a lot of damage. Yep. I think that fight was fine for Team Blue. I think that fight was okay. It's cool, though, right? I really like it. It's cool to see, like, a different format. I'm sure they're getting tons of suggestions as well from all the different players. I don't really know exactly how much money there is per event, but I think it's like $750 or something. And for $750, pro gamers are more than happy to play some 2 versus 2s and all that. I'm not exactly sure what the number is, but I think it's between like 500 and 1,000 bucks or so every couple of weeks. That's, you know, it's cool. I've said it before as well, but I really do feel like 2 versus 2 is a real big missed opportunity in StarCraft 2. Oh, here comes the tactical nuke again. This time around, it's aimed right here at the army. Ghost actually got sniped right there by DRGLing, so that one will be cancelled. Tempest, one-shotting Tempest. Viper goes down. These are very expensive traits right here. Okay. A couple of the... dude, the Spore Crawlers here are nice, but I think we need more, man. Okay, Okay, parasitic bomb right there on these Vikings, though. Need to split those off. Oh, he decides to land them? That also works. That's the lazy man's micro, but it works if you're a Terran player. Just land the Vikings, especially with the smart servos upgrades. You can land them real quickly. Okay, so I think resource-wise, the players in blue are doing much better. The thing is, though, we've seen this many times before in StarCraft. Taking efficient trades is nice, but it comes down a lot to economy. And look at this. Both the 12 o'clock and the 6 o'clock are now acquired by the top right-hand corner team. I'm not sure, though. I'm really, like, I don't know exactly what to expect in 2 versus 2. Like, is there at some point going to be an army you can produce that allows you to just steamroll over everything? Anyways, I do still think that 2 versus 2 is a game mode that has a lot of potential. Also for, like, more casual StarCraft players, right? I think 2 versus 2 are just, yeah, they're fantastic. I really wouldn't mind it at all if future RTS games decide to focus on a more team-based format instead. Just because there's, you know, a much larger audience out there. Oh god, Mama Ship just gets killed. There's a much larger audience out there that's interested in team games. Probably mainly because you can, you know, blame your ally. But there's a lot of potential. Oh my god, 2 Mama Ships just get sniped. They just go from full HP to like 0. Okay, here come the Tempest though with some very nice... Or sorry, the Vipers though with some very nice abductions on the Tempest. Can he actually finish it off? Well, Parasitic Bomb once again comes up. Vikings are going to have to land. Although this time around he actually decides to split it. Okay, that works fine. A couple of the Ghosts also end up going down. And these battles are sick, right? I find them so difficult to read. Because, like, there's just not a lot of 2v2 out there. But I'm pretty sure these are relatively even battles, all things considered. Those Tempests are doing so well. Yeah, imagine if StarCraft 2's primary game mode would have been 2 versus 2. I don't know, maybe it doesn't work for StarCraft, but wouldn't mind seeing it from one of the future upcoming RTS games to be like, you know, the main thing. I think it makes a lot of sense. Okay, Planetary Fortress all the way up here. Not really much you can do, though, with this many SCVs ready to repair it as well. But at the very least, I guess it's been scouted, and it's going to force a couple of the Terran units from Maru to go up north. 12 o'clock position. Never going to be mining, I don't think. Well, never say never, I suppose, but... My god, dude. Vipers and Tempests are a sick combo. Like, you can't escape. After the abductions come down, the Tempests will just pick off everything. Their main limiting resource usually is the, you know, they can shoot away much further than they can see. My god, so many units end up going down here. All this time, though, Prince has been mining the bottom right-hand corner. He has basically not been hindered very much. I mean, obviously there were some Marines over here and stuff, and it's been a little bit annoying, but he's actually been making, yeah, good work of that expo. Tactical nuke once again. Going across. Top of the lurkers. And of course those spore crawlers as well. Yeah, just because you're a good 1v1 player does not mean you're going to be a good 2v2 player, I guess is what I'm trying to get at, right? So even though I, you know, Maru versus Prince or Maru versus DRGLing, I would go Maru 9 times out of 10. In 2v2, it's an entirely different story. Dat is hele andere koek. There's your Dutch saying for the day. Hele andere koek. Sometimes I, like, it seems like for every single Dutch saying, there's like an English equivalent out there as well. So that's an entirely different story. It's like, I guess, the English equivalent for that. The Dutch version would be like, that's an entirely different cookie. Makes no sense. Anyways, oh my god! What in the world's even happening? I think this is the players in the top right taking efficient trades, but I mean... Where are the lurkers? Okay, there's still some lurkers over there on the back as well. If the lurkers weren't here, the bio army could actually approach, but these bio units just can't fight. No, the lurkers are keeping all of them at bay. I guess with the disruptors going down, it would be nice, but... Dude, by the way, we are one parasitic bomb away right here from all of these Vikings being popped. And now all of a sudden, would you look at that? The Tempest army has arrived. They're two-shooting freaking command centers. Come on, there you go. Two-shooting command centers. DRGLing is once again getting his Vipers, or sorry, his Lurkers. Man, I can't even talk anymore. He's getting his Lurkers into a good position. Now they're breaking through everything. Look at the SCVs and the probes running for their lives. Is he gonna go? Dude, does he have Nidus Worm? He does have a Nidus Worm. Oh my god, there's a couple units in there. I love this. In 2v2 especially, right? Since the maps are huge, players are gonna be much further away from where they normally are. So like this is, yeah, the location where units spawn, but eventually they're gonna be heading on over all the way to the top left-hand corner. A Nidus network makes so much sense. Eating them up from the inside out. There's nothing here. Like, he needs to warp in units or something, but he doesn't have that much money. He's only got 600 minerals right now. I guess they're busy microing up north, though. Yep, Zerglings are starting to roll out of it. And that means that this base is actually going to be in a little bit of trouble. Obviously, that's also where the majority of the production right here from Maru is. Maru seems to be the carry in these kind of games. But he is having a tough time here. My god, there's so many Stargates here. Speaking of Stargates, some of them for SOS right now will be picked off. Fleet Beacon also got killed. And look at this. The Terran units and the Protoss units are going to have to walk all the way from the top left-hand corner to go after the Zerglings that are killing the main. Prince, in the meantime, still going to town. He can definitely kill this orbital command as well. This orbital command, it will be popped. Yep, very easily. You can try and out-repair it, but it's never going to happen. There you go. It's already gone. Oh my god. This is... Okay. I think this is the players in red winning. That is not what I expected at all. I was thinking here, okay, well, this is going to be a fun match, but ultimately Maru will just, you know, carry. Well, I mean, he's... Oh, you know what? No, don't count him out. He's at 177 supply. This is one bad engagement away from being a loss, I'm pretty sure. For the players in red, but... Alright, finally Maru is making a stand. He's finally starting to go after some of these bases. This is important. 12 o'clock position, though, has been mining right now for a little bit, even though I said it was never gonna mine. It's a little bit overly dramatic by myself. Okay, Tempest being picked off. Mama ship. Or sorry, Mama ship, sure. Command center goes down. This is Prince, by the way, long distance mining one of the bases that Maru is trying to acquire, which is a little bit weird. Lurkers actually, ooh, in a little bit of trouble. Hydras are running as well for their lives. Yeah, apparently our Zerg player tried to take control of this location here of the map, but right now Maru is stutter-stepping its way forward. This base will actually be in a little bit of trouble right now, and Maru, oh my god, no, Maru, are you doing this? He lands the base in the top left. Still stutter steps forward. Carriers are forced to return back home. Tempest here as well, but this is... Ooh, this is definitely an army that can get some work done. Look at Maru over here. What do you call that in basketball? Like an alley-oop, where you try and like throw it in advance and then have an ally catch it or whatever, right? Maru right there trying to... Oh my god, poor Zergling. That's the saddest Zergling ever. Anyways, Maru right there trying to anticipate where that Protoss army would be. Actually, massive EMP comes down, and that means that all of the shields are gone on this Protoss army. He's trying to... Okay, well, he's trying to target fire down whatever he can. But in the end, the Protoss army just stands here and kills everything. Probably the best that Maru could have hoped for there. At the same time, Zerglings are going to town against a couple of the adventurous SCVs right here. Tempest trying to get something done. Maru just dropped a gajillion mules, so his mineral income will start skyrocketing here very soon. Prince, by the way, at this point not mining. DRGLing also really not mining at all. These players are basically broke. Maru is getting all of his income right now from these mules, and he's getting 3,000 minerals. Well, at least he was there for a little bit, a minute. That means he can start powering out those Marines once again. Oh my god. Prince doesn't have a lot of money anymore. He was mining for a long time there, but the trades he's taken weren't very efficient. Okay, DRGLing's going to town though, trying to get done whatever they can. Lurkers right now getting some massive hits in. Okay. Okay, and Maru drops GG. Maru calls GG right here. SOS still desperately trying to micro his final units. As soon as Maru leaves the game, leftover money will go to the Protoss player. But GG is called. And it's gonna be Team Prince and DRGLing that obtain the victory in this 2 versus 2. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell icon so you get notified as soon as future videos go live. Today, I also want to give a special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you very much for not only supporting the Olimo League, but also myself. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile, and I'll see you once again in the next one.